more fire. Yabo bibi ajumo bibi akwaba ene enyumre edeba your #1 TV station Tvxyz Gumbe show ene enyumre ya hyehyɛ ne fɛfɛɛfɛ ya ede eto abobo ano ba bibi awo ewo matam ahodo edun sene nyina mu ewo oman Ghana ha yede ade a eye nokure ho nsɛm ko ene yeka eye fearless and credible journalism ene enyumre ye baba besi nkonya ne aka nokure akyerɛ oman Ghana ene ma enye ya moye din Ghana fo aye din sesei ayade se ochehene akasa na ochehene kasa waka no moti ofori panyin na yebisa na anwumre se sansam a wode ato dwa no wutu wa wabusuafo na nado ne kan ofori atamo ene asante bedi ato ni gabe mofo ana yebeba ho eja ne beso na anwumre ewo eye achim chabi ene ne patamu nyina your #1 TV station Tvxyz na enei yade obako eye bawumia ensema bawumia aka efi eye 2016 abra no mopetumi ensema bawumia ka ye nyina enei angels no o ma hyehyɛ ne fɛfɛɛfa ye be setam ni nyina egu ho ede amawo ye be sa se eye ana yenua eye A+ oso sese wa ye ho se ye Ghana ba ye se celebrity wokotena eye Facebook na wo twetwe ne ma ni sa wo twe efe nipa wo mabo mabrabo papa yi a wo mo esom Ghana man wo mo ya Ghana fo ya wo mo afa Ghana fo thousands of people mo tu mo ka no na wo pese o mo bring o mo down and also eja ebi ehye wo na anwumre wonim A+ aka che ese me se ene anwumre eja ebe hye no what to ne niam yi if it must be done it must be done what ye dan wo semeti o mo ne afa aboafo nkrato na yaba eja no ye ba be so ne se wa atakuliga biga mugabe mase yaba sisia moga ya prebumbio ya ojo
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, it's free, fresh, natural, X, mineral, water.
Still got it.
Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin fapa na menya bosia, edia tre medjuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema mwakwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account, and it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account, and the keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Na won so wetu mi aka sɛ.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Moga! Ya prebumbio!
fire and the enumere a jano ye two jana to baby I will be our Ghana ha amemo fo tantan amemo bone amemo aye tro ka te se nkruma na Akufo Addo amemo no enye Ghana for yan sorry ne tete so kokko enchi aban we say sa amemo we e amemo a ebon kan enye yenye niema ebetumi ama oman no etumpon na do bawomia administration we me say amamo no ebon amamo no bon enye papa eye kwato be kun baban budget wo mo de baye no eye akohwie budget wo mo de baye no eye kwato be kun ba budget wo mo de baye no eye kofie kowu budget wo mo de baye no eye akohwefo budget wo mo de baye no eye family and friends budget wo mo de baye no eye budget ya nyansa bia enim na babia enim period ajekwa budget no ya mo kan ofuri ata se eye ajenkwa no sa ajenkwa no na odi ba baje mi momo tax eno ani mi momo wo ba baje mi sika budget na eye ajenkwa no ajenkwa budget no eno ani budget ya e ba se me maami a wote bol gatanga me papa wote zose e wo boko me nana wote pusiga wote tempane garu wo bol gatanga wo sanelegu wo eye savulegu wo bole wo eye yape wo kusugu sa eye amamuo no ajenkwa budget no eno na ba baje mi tax no momo na me send akoma abrewa na oda hospital no mo use no less mo use no less no se ka kire mo se budget ne ajenkwa show what me abobesia over 220 billion cedis in 5 years. In 5 years. Nana do better so 5 years money. What about this year over 220 billion? And today you are chasing 7 billion. So why not 7 billion? You bako IMF. Oh, you see, can I question saying your gas, no Ghana gas. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, a jet to Ghana gas him said Tom twice. Less than 2 weeks, a jet Ghana gas him twice. Say Ghana for money when I catch him. Company omusi sa Ghana gas no. Say bibi ba wasi ekofo omu no mu besiesie no. Omu ba yo matoma kone. Anu makwakofa company bia omu ninim dia bia e wo gas ho. Ana omu di omu namasoe ho. Omu ba yo omu si bi omu sa hye no. Omu nya omu be hye no. Kennedy Japan ne apapon mo. Omu ba ye no nanado wasisen. Ye gas no wunim ya oil aye tuoi die tuguo sakadwa mama wa bema kase ase bie maka ho. Eso sankofo we mesi amemo no nye. Ani yetimi ka kire mesi amemo no nye. Na wo se wo no wo ba ba boa me ajenkwa. Ajenkwa na ni mi obi a wodi yi levy e ba be hia me kwen. Ajenkwa no ani yi levy. Esembe na nanado ne ba wo mi anyina simpie so aka kire Ghana fo. Se sika ne wo ha ya. Yeti sika so nanado se sika no wo da so ana wo te so. Ghanaians want to know from you Nana Akufo Addo se sika ne say wo da so ana what to dem wiem wo ne say wa broni ye sika no wai Ghana ye sika no awai sika ne what to dem wiem ene say wa broni na mudi ana momra botre me kan kire momra botre na mo me kan kire sika no wai sika na wo opposition wo si yati sika so na so kwam di ye no se na na do yewu kroma ya she kroma ya dan ayahye Ghana fo so na msamo monwini Ghana fo ho muni odoti ma edema Ghana fo tino budget amoba mo say ya ajenkwa budget akrofo budget awifo budget PDS budget ajapo budget na mo de baye fena wache hene wo kasa da be na unu say obi a wa mre ni moja ni ampre no ho anyire no ho anya adwuma no say wodi obi fifre ene ye yi a sa nkofo no na kasa o ma bobra na Ghana fo na kasa na unu wabusha fo na kasa ufiri sa Ghana fo ajimi mufiri sa o tehene mufiri sa Ghana fo sabe Ghana fo yahuri mu yahuri ni mko yachi and now okwaye woda light mu da bia ya kwa asantema ya 247 to kokko so na kwa hwede asantema ya ye atete apansam na negube no ejira bawomia ho bawomia sesen bawomia jina simpie so ka kire Ghana for say ye be free taxation akọ production bawomia na oboni tiri kokoli te say abosoma kotira onam agyaisa kamas kokko ma wotari bia so opese osi fom no oboni tiri kokoli no waserika ho una ka kire Ghana for say ye be free taxation akọ production and the production away. Say 241 billion. Besi amabon over 240 billion. Mabwa muntime fanya hwe as of September 2021. Muntime fanya hwe no. Muntime create over 11 million jobs no. Na Ghana kwa omo di wasre to so omo contribute no. Omo do 2 million. And what ka so obema 11 million for ye 11 no. Ebetimi create over 11 million jobs. Who say Ghana for Yejimi? Who say Ghana for Yejimi? Data net saying. Muna oka data ho asem. Nipa dodo wasan ana ya adwuma e contribute to a yes net. Bosome so a wo aban ti omoka. What happened? 2020 budget. Dia na ma twe wom. Sa budget ne ba be create jobs. Ade ama eye mabunu. Dia na kwakwesi. Kano foyata ukuro yawo 2020 budget no na ewo mo say ye be yi change e wo so am runabout ye be ye bi e wo ofori krom e wa Asante region eno ekosi san ye nei mo de Santase runabout ene eye airport runabout e ba be shim kuma so fotimi do 4 days na area bi wo ha ye so light CPC suame eye magazine Kuro from and then the pattern you doom light to say wow 2-4 sorry near the papa and a hun home Asante man mo doom light sama or 2-4 said to at the kwaso Asante man and no to me nanka niem niema nyina sen and amo mo na mo beka dum so ho asem mo use ni less mo na mo beka dum so ho asem say jo mama de dum so ba jo mama of see dum so no say die tin dum so ho mo mra bonte me kan kire umra bonten na mo meka nkire na enei wo ba wo mia wo dia tro egu kramafo anim ase kom shani Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wo gu kramafo anim ase wo gu kramafo anim ase atro ya ba wo mia wo di anim se wo betimi aye ene wa yedi from transition to production away Kenyans want to know for the tanimra you Ghana for do mobile mo employ omo nyuma say ni mo bie mobile no akrofo mobile be ka che say ye momo ye sika no mo di oil sika diamond gold Japan PDS akrofo ansomo ye momo na egu ye phone so no mo saba be jakodi 240 billion anya mo hwe 6 to 7 billion no anu le be mo baby akrofo Mone se wa broni mu di yemu ani awie mu nam wiem ana yejeje to a na mo de to no nam wiem na mo di to ye Ghana for to no yejeje a na mo no makotre wie hwemu $14,000 per hour na mo di to yejeje to na mo di to se wa broni mu $40,000 ye man 20,000 a year Ghana say can see can 200 million you say no your chop money. No. Why are they quiet? They should issue a statement from the presidency. Say be any ho. Yes, I want to be kind of bois na atro and say be any ho. Come on better pay. Oh Ghana. Afraid the more you din. You nya tikasi bi ekojina parliament. E ka say ye papa no. Tikasi a nyan senim kojina parliament ka say but when you go to my hometown they will say papa no. Useless ones indeed. And the money na motete ho. It's under this useless administration way another buyer more benefiting. Offer a joy from a lesson wa. Oko peace from a sifakan. Oko a year hater from a year okaku. Ubenya bebri. in Ghana for a suffer. The masses. Media no, we be in the fourth estate of the realm. You all see a hold the government accountable. Then we say checks and balances and you makoye but can never catch a Ghana for no. Umato and Central Funibia show mubutum. Paul Adomoche eti good evening Ghana. And omo aging summer and yes sempa. More fire. More fire. More fire. Etienne. Mo. And you make us when you know. And you make us when you know what you see. I will mean true, you know. And they are transit. As you say, you know, from taxation, Sebeko production. No. See a taxi businesses. I mean, your mama businesses, you know, and also, no, in her. Not about me, what's anyway, you go as and then you meet your level. You meet no, you level no, maybe all befa. Honorable ABA Fuseni, my big brother from the northern region, Saniligo constituency MP Waha. Apana Proverbs. The man with 900,000 proverbs, and now on a queen. And now obete pain. Atona wudi ye no. Mo fanto so, ye tie ba wo me atron. Si ya ye be musisi ya.
The MPP will shift the focus of economic policy away from taxation to production. So we are going to move away from taxation to production. From taxation to production.
Given the resources at its disposal, one should expect at least 4 to 5 times the quantum of investment that the NDC claims to have undertaken. The close to 33 billion of borrowing that has not been used for infrastructure expenditure could have done so much in this country. If you take $33 billion and ask yourself, what could you have done with $33 billion? You could have solved the water crisis in Ghana. You could have solved our energy problems. Every region in Ghana would have had 1,000 kilometers of asphalt road. We could have transformed agriculture. We could have put in place a world-class hospital in every region. We could have bought 1,000 ambulances for the Ghana Ambulance Service. We could have equipped our existing health and education institutions. And we could have built an additional 600 senior high schools that the government is trying to build currently. And we could have constructed the Accra-Kumasi-Paga railway line as well as the Western Railway line. And with all this, we would have still been left with some money.
I mean, today you have a situation in Ghana, unbelievable situation, when businesses are out on strike. Businesses who should be selling are out on strike. Why are they out on strike? Because they've been overburdened by taxes, you know, and if you don't take care, you'll be chasing the tax revenue and killing businesses. And when you kill businesses, it means you are causing unemployment.
Point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is, for me, my view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 CDs on mobile money. Why would you want to tax that?
Fantastic. Sa videos when you na ewo ho. Man was about me as why trofo. When you na ho, na so Ghana fo ntimi nyadan. Ntimi ka ho asem. Asa twafo se ka no, omutumi enka. Sansa twafo no ebi ne hwan. Ebi ni abrati a your friend say a bit feeble. A bit feeble. Now or your semufo Edema Observer newspaper. And nay, we see you at the National Petroleum Commission. It come without fear or favor, evidence based. Abrati a friend and his Osabute. Abrati now a journalist our Joy FM. Cecilia Meka say, we a communication manager at the National Petroleum Authority. Esatwafo a nanado nkofo watwe omo edu mababe wura na ben mo. Kwabena kwache Oman FM. Kwabena kwache Oman FM. We a board member ewo GNPC. Abrati afane Mark Okraku Mante. Na we adwuma ewo Hefa. Ewo Hit FM. Sesi ameka say we a deputy tourism minister. Me ma listen without fear or favor. Abrati afane fifi buafo. Na we adwuma ewo Oman FM. Sesi we PRO e de makoko board. Abrati afane Jefferson Saki. Na we abrati a we adwuma ewo Joy FM. Eye midday news. Sesi ameka say we deputy communications director ewo Flagstaff House. And sign abrati afane Malik Dabu. Na ono so ye adwuma ewo multimedia sese oye PRO at the Ghana Maritime Authority. Abrati afane Kwaku Sachi Ado. Na ono so oye adwuma ewo Joy FM multimedia news for da bia na otoso ene ya meka say oye abrati a oye board member at the National Communication Authority. Kwasi afiye na ono so ya abrati a oye adwuma ewo Metro TV Good Morning Ghana. Abrati sese ameka say ono so ye PRO at the Youth Employment Agency. Abrati afane Kwadwo Ponkroma no ya adwuma e Joy FM sesi ameka say we minister for information. Abrati afane se Kofi Asare Brako no ya adwuma e Asempa FM sports presenter sesi ameka say we PRO at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Kwame Sifakai Peace FM we board member at the NPA. Abrati afane se Paul Adomachi one also Metro TV wasan aye board chairman at the Ghana airport company. There's a job for never can no more. What nyina. So you see, it's a job for never can Ghana hano aka hwamo. Ugabi betem, wahene ba betem, minka betem, bobi betem, akasen. And that what nyina. They call themselves senior journalists. Sankofo we nyina wo ye munafikifo. Omo yankofo mo mpa wo man we yie message yo mama no wa ba mo na me ye adwuma wo ayemutie FM same me kwaje adwuma se dwama ba power no mama appointment a me say metena radio so me resign na ma ye adwuma na ade ama aban no me nyati se sifa kan ne Paul Adomochi ye ni bio se me da NPA board so na me da so te Peace FM me da me board chairman de ma Ghana Airport Company na me da so ekotena Metro TV nya bias na meye etina na do ye bibi na nya baida na maka abeda ni metimi hold na accountable journalism ayeka say fearless and credible journalism no abeda ni watimi aye bi atomu nyina ye bo den ye bo eden utimi toyen Inti ya bese ya de yemu bi no ya beka no kuna ne saa nye samo de zika etwa ya mene emuku ye free ho eno so esi na esi kira ya beka no kuna na kira mo ne sansa mu nche wo bia na da be no wache hini hunu se wiase wei wo bebo bra awo se wo tim fifire na wo bra na se wo bra wo tim fifire ate se de ye tim fifire na wunya na nya nipa bi ho ana wo fa ye ana wo ye yi a wo de aba ho asafo wene se wa ye yi na so no na ye bia nipa bi ho na wa ye den fa na wa de ye yi ne mom wo ba bire o mogani na wo de anya sika wache ne wona yefo na akasa na aka kira na ado na wo ka kire eye ubusiafo no kene ofori ata ne asade bedi eto ne gabi mo yefo na akasa kire omo geni enso to no say yefo group of people be na wo kasa kire omo anya wo busiafo na aba aban ma no omo ne hwe omo ba aban no omo ne hwe kene ofori ata no omo ne hwe ye nei wo matam Ghana aswa ana na wote anana winim second of reta mo no omko Prudential Bank and before kwaje be say akro Prudential Bank na ni tua ya asem ana ote na winim na wote na ote ni wukuro mo ho sankofo nyina na do ba ya minister for 8 good years and akofo wotimi ma munsuo no me mi bisa o ote ni ani ni kuro mo fo mi bisa mi de mi metwa dwan ni metwa ponche Ghanaians want to know. Sana do be a minister for 8 years, cabinet minister for 8 years. Dien wo yema achabi. Kan ofori atamo dien wo yema achabi. Asante be die to ni gabi mo. Dien wo yema achabi. ene wukuro mo light wo ho wukwan so ye asatema na ebre ye tiesema woche hene dia tudwa.
If your bank account is wrapped up in the blood of the poor, you're not successful.
Me wadauruma sisubiem sisubiem ene woche hene o slange sisubiem.
If your bank account is wrapped up in the blood of the poor, you're not successful.
Somebody. Or slange chine. Or slange chine. I think is no kaza. So when another must stand na you, say no change no kaza. You see, here nyame hwe ye nyina. Nyame oho hwe ye nyina. So bank account no. Now, na hwe nim ana sese ayema. Ya man so nya adwuma bi na okoya ya na ye ma wo but wo di nipa bi ho ene de ayeden ama bank account ayema nti wo nya successful o freken ofuri atam no mo be gina ho a talk to them like that ye mo de ya bre sa mo kan okora kire Ghana fo mo kan okora kire Ghana fo me say me fire I mean when I was with Mutia FM was smiling for more than 17. Omo de baye na you turn buses any free chebi abaye ebe gu nsa ewo eye Mutia FM premises radio good e record video ni bibia ewo ho se tumpan ni ade nyina Mugabe ni tire so ho anwa tire so me na mda so na man what's afede no kora na tomo amoka His Excellency John Dramani Mahama atu amutwa ye baji tumi nyina okan se bedru baabi mo bakaye no ene moto ne bo mfama no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama yetie se mo kafa agofo
rancher $40,000 Ford rancher bribe. They say Messi hotel or Dubai. Makachro mo say MPP for it. Yanko Dubai na your hotel ni yanko je. Ni Anton hotel no ni yanko sika na mragana. Ebeshi me. DKM yese mene lodina de. Ene mo na mo wa ban mu. DKM mo kanche one na DKM yane dia. Yese me ships we were Tokyo Harbor. E say entrono there. Many lodina for 100 million World Bank money. Who World Bank money when World Bank money and my Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana ho. Yet then say Bank of Ghana have 100 million. Na transfer kugu Swiss bank account. Mini Swiss bank account. Mini foreign account. Be a meeting in the culture. I don't have a foreign account anywhere. My account is in ADB and Zenith Bank and Guaranteed Trust Bank. 3 banks. If you want to investigate me, investigate those banks. My money is all there. And so, Science Trono, Omudia, I'm running a family and friends government. Family and friends, me nipa bako pe my cousin, Joyce Bauer, and an deputy minister, I want my baimo. Ode she my bain na na she say me busu ni bi wo ho. And so, and Trono de na doso. And see ama afome eyibi e wo Ghana for adwemu. What you say? But an nation near Koso. A nation near Koso. Boss they will investigate Japan PDS yenya audio president's cousin your friend saying Gabi and the bumpty voices was so negotiating the shares in PDS. We heard their voices negotiating the shares in PDS. Yes, you've been reducing the share no muntiminche Emma other people. We've all heard the audio. And so I say about the bottage, you know, and the boba because no media for you made so much noise during my time. And then we number than Emma.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Yadasi. Said you're Ghana for Mahu. A plus ma, Omudi Nanadu, a Chikwaya campaign, man. And A plus were a disappointed MPP. And they what did the celebrities were a celebrity and what them? And was sorry, Papa, your father said, Hassan, Zain Hassan. Ya wabon a bragan and near wabon a bra. Jamila home. A year Westlands. Or told Freddy Chani and they. Oh, sorry, obi akokoto ade won the shop more than $600,000 papa ne yefa no eye Dr. Sledge ya Dr. Sledge ne ede eye papa yefa no Hassan ne ka on tua no ama papa ne de no kokko to a Hassan ne ede Dr. Sledge ne kokko so a wo ayi A+ se enim sa wona wo dai ka o sa wona wo ye hwan wo Ghana ha o wo so ya Facebook any social media na wo di papa na tem so ye foreigner wo ye hwan masa Dr. Sledge kotua papa ne sikama no A+ stay away we need business bia ya our case no stay away say MPP ama why disappointed for wabufo ni nyina akọ na do ni MPP aman so na leave papa ya fan say Hassan is a Ghanaian who a Ghanaian passport ne jasa would describe papa no as a foreigner. He's not a foreigner. I'm telling you tonight, say papa ya fan Hassan no, he is not a foreigner. So stay away from one Dr. Sledge issue no. Don't involve yourself. Stay away. A+. I'm sending the signal to you tonight. Say stay away. Akwamodema. Mon pe baby a mobenya mo bia na adi. Enya se wo bia wa bɔ ne bra. Na mo se nipa no na wo de ne fonyi. Oh, risk the life de ne fonyi go social media so. No. Stay away. A+. Ye dan ho aba. Ya fa abo afon krato ye ba. Onimonyafo ABA Fuseni, Member of Parliament for Saneligu in the northern region of the Republic of Ghana. Atankoliga biga Mugabe Mase menene ne besu nkonya sesia. Memfa Sanka o TV no ye ba sesia.
Moga! Ya prebumbio! Ya ojo.
Victory, Edu Papanye. Victory, Edu Papanye. Victory.
Hey, but when I win a 2 months for doing Kunima victory, sir.
So you're really not your swatch. You know, victory garlic mixture. You're going thing.
Hey, and the victory garlic mixture. Let me join the celebration.
Victory, Edu Papanye. Victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen di me mo afrosane ye me nya victory garlic no ene me ho atome
kane no me nante kakra na makoma bo me periperi na mabre na me ni so nyine buri me na sisia no me nya victory garlic mixture no bibia ye kama
and then let's celebrate
da onya fie dum you know appeal for any oba or man for entimi mfasa adro bi
victory
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi atom.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Good papa. Ganabam, if your what your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bebacho mami Ganabam. Keseni mi no keto ana mi ansa. What? What are you doing?
I'm about hospital.
Ganabam. To wait from doctor no. Where you there?
Ebio.
What massage?
20 cedi.
Mr. Tiabako. Ganabam. Yento emeto ha. Efesa Tiabako nti. Efentu obi 20 cedis.
Hey. Ni doctor. Nimo se we Ganabam kan. Sa tuo. So if you can Ganabam, you can resist.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crack.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
Auto checks. Your safety, our priority.
Check. Auto checks.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Sama kwa bebiem edeba Tvxyz so ene enwumrei wonimunyafo ABA Fuseni, Member of Parliament for Sanelugu in the northern region of the Republic of Ghana. My good brother, Mwakwaba.
Salute you.
Enough to say.
Yamku Panadum, people of the north. Except that Mugabe, poverty levels no are unprecedented. Ahuchiri no abrusu. But first and foremost, Mami salute you.
Fantastic.
Omai ne yani nipa pi ne ombetu magina omunan so.
Fantastic.
Na kanu kre.
Fantastic.
Because number one, ada kakre de ombedinti.
Fantastic.
Ombe dani anokre no.
No fire.
And just share say omusro. Omuntu bi kanu kre.
Fantastic.
But makase me salute you because me say ochina wo
sanity.
We are see ye benye judgment ansa na ekọ Nyankopon ho.
Exactly.
And ye jiru Nyankopon ho a ne nyina o ma no position a obagina so na bisa no say me ma opposition no anokra no ban go to be gina so kae. From journalists to politicians to religious people, ne omo opposition nyina omo benya day of accountability.
No fire.
Until na me salute you say.
Yeah,
want to be Gina now so not car and credit without fear or favor.
I'm grateful.
Yankum Poshrow.
On show so in you may. Well, I'm say oh buy no one monitor program no from Norway.
Yes.
And some Baumia Ekikaye. I mean Abra no mo pay to me. And some more kaye. I mean send us home Baumia today.
Mugabe. The gumbo for no more kasa say. Uton hu kapre ebeto free.
Uton hu de yin
kapre. Ebeto free and twa kapre. In other words, we cheap hu a. Say you su. Now you conveyor belt for ntro. Conveyor belt for ntro. Unfortunately, sa no mudi e brother no.
Naumia.
Yes.
Omaya ne den.
Ya no conveyor belt for ntro. Say in the run up to the elections, I am there. Say, Makase, generally MPP leaders from Nanado to Dr. Baumia. Unfortunately, between yet too deep.
Oh no,
say Makase, Brofu, you can say to accuse the MPP leadership of lying is like accusing a dog of barking.
Say it again.
To accuse the leadership, Nana Akufo-Addo, Dr. Baumia, or the leadership. To accuse them of lying and peddling deceit is like accusing a dog of lying. Deceit is natural.
Part of them.
In the DNA. So unless those who don't know, it comes naturally. Yeah, so when you want to, and I've heard people say that the NDC should copy, you can't copy them.
The NDC
That's what copy. That is. Yes, you cannot copy the MPP people, especially the current crop of leadership.
Baumia and Co.
Yes. This one, they have perfected the of deceit and falsehood and lying to a certain unprecedented degree.
What graduate common?
We a professorship.
I want true.
On true. Until I say to accuse the name of lying now, it's like accusing a dog. Say, you see, crammy where you whoa.
Crammy then.
Whoa. It's the same thing. So, yeah, until I say, I am so sorry. I said that we share Dr. Bawanya. No, Chia say good morning. She is soon and son now Jesus. Maybe any morning say we lock you crown morning no kwan no kre. Ya kan nyina weather no kran o metu dan weather.
O metu me dey.
Adan weather no.
O muni mun tro twa.
O betu kan Chia say good morning na evening.
Today no we say ni petimi etwa ntro ama no because no o painting picture no man be te say dey eye no kre.
Because Jimmy Cliff now what to nyum.
Nyum na dey say.
Say the con man. He when you are even suffering, he can make it look like we are in heaven. Now bregu.
O sweat.
No can say we sweat, we bregu, o can say oh, what in heaven.
O kun was ajenkwa.
Masa. Because the goma phone no musaka. You see, would the ntaso esidan the first due in the morning, due in the name woka due in tree. Due in the morning, and then a danny form. That means if you build a house with saliva, and you
bosu anapabosu
exactly. Until would the ntaso esidan anapabosu na ebe collapse dan.
Would ntaso esidan
yes,
anapabosu ebe dwiri dan na go
from complete.
Atro
it is say obani wanyim. The more this they acquire, the more they be pay obian.
Subantis omusubana esenyensen.
Yes, subanu it is say nyensen. Maybe 1 week me wa. Maybe another 1 month with me this year. Ebi no kura 3 months want to this year by 9 months with me this year.
There be beba.
Beba ma obian. Until no mu chontro no mu ka say time no end video mu ne obian.
To ba me or a liar.
Musa, until na me ka say it is say o ka say kraman ye wo. Ba natural.
Kraman ye
and ne Mugabe. I am describing some of the issues. What broaches some of the issues. Fundamentally, one of the tips near Muboy, Dr. Baweka said, given the quantum of resources that the Mahama government had, they should have done 10 times what they have done. And yes, I'm okay. Exactly. What were the quantum of resources? President Mahama about 194 billion. This Mahama government. Men who be that? Yeah, oh my. Oba abambiamba na wanya sika resources. Ti say dana kufado abai. Ene ba umya.
Omanya sika.
Conservatively, Mugabe. Conservatively, over the 4.5 years period, umanya about 436 billion Ghana cedis. Minus aids and grants.
Minus aids and grants.
Over 436 billion. Billion, and your old billion in a mefrew. Sesia billions in it. Into Ubeka, PPP. Unto me, can we? Billions.
Nothing to show.
Because even with the 194, President Mahamanya, Massa, Ubetman who e-blocks, now hospitals, everywhere you go, now interchanges, now so many things what the year.
They are there too.
A trouble gas, self-sufficient. It pays, the project is paying for itself. No. Terminal 3. Ghana international Sanosa. Ubiabe here, say, Krabeke in the West Africa sub-region. And the world as a whole. With that money.
The women are one of
in the comfort of their homes as far back as 2015, 2016. Ubedi Utuozafi, now Tifie. 1 hour to flight. We take this in Echo Airport, straight to Jeddah. Okay, Alhamdulillah. The Muslims. Dr. Bawanya also most obey and why there. even say Yakase, even they were preventing some girls from fasting in their school. On to me, Kasakrama Muslims.
See, was central region.
Sometimes Yakase even on your way or communion.
It did Tinama, not would dear atrocity, a tron would dear exposing us away Muslim. And now was so Kuram so
Tinamica say,
I mean, during swearing.
It's a religion, no, and we're in the heart, not their prophecy. Into Betuma who say, Obi. When shut down Kase were Muslimi. Like President Mahama, my example. Courses there were for Muslims. But when you Kase, Dr. Boyne Kase Muslim, 1 year half. Yadasuka on this Hajj. Utubika Mugabe, some years back, ye Muslimi for Yingwase Mayan say, Utubi was said airport for say Obabe use of class. You say Omudi Ntama be inclusive
personal Hajj village.
At the Hajj village before. Now ni Hajj village. A President John Dramani Mahama. No dignify Islam. No dignify Muslims. No ye Hajj terminal. Hajj Adi Maya. Onye Muslim.
Nafiki.
Okay. Because you are decentralizing. Tamale 4, to be fly from Tamale across straight to Jeddah. National Mosque, the Ayeti Wahai, Turkey for President John Dramani Mahama. No call Turkey. Any President Erdogan.
Another could be.
Yes, President Mahama. With the Turkish president. No munya Turkish femme. So when you Turkish Nobel here, Sima Ghanaians. And originally, another benefit to the NDC because during the time of President Rawlings. Now, after you dying, there were Cowling, Accra Central. They donated our land in replacement.
Fantastic.
So, countless examples. Gabi. We into quantum of resources na mekain. So, Ankaibaka resources are 194 against 436 billion in 4.5 years.
It's called magic.
More, almost 3 times the money. Sika de wall. So magic. Away. Last cry, two sir afre your friend say, Honorable Ken Ufodata, Minister for Finance, on the boom kota yanke. Obabeka said it's free HSS 3.2 billion. Where the rest away.
Modi.
Scan way.
And they are chasing.
And Mugabe.
Who get there?
Onu no Nana Akufo-Addo na nkasa His Excellency President Akufo-Addo no can say yet sika so nso come there anyesa under his watch yet sika bebre so nso come kuye this time anyesa nti mati say wa ka say kromna hye we are charitable say kromna hye kromna hye
kroma ya dan
kromnu ahye
anyesa ayehye
no anyesa ayehye I see they just shiri we wo be na ka kakra we do kromna hye bet because now you rate your economy almost junk status. Junk. Your catastrophic mismanagement of the economy by Dr. Baso, chairman of the economic management team.
If the fundamentals,
look at all the macroeconomic indicators in Yinaya missing. Revenue, golf over 11.9 billion Ghana cedis. Golf. Expenditure over 14 billion. Inflation target, abisi. Level of borrowing, omuti opposition, omuka se sikadu waha.
Reckless borrowing.
Ye sikadu, ye tisikasu. Dr. Bawyano kase, well ye juma wa Bank of Ghana. When you say sikanu waha. Nti enye se aban ko bo busia bio.
Two.
Borrowing a act of lazy governance. Omudi buy omuko jibusia. Because sikanu waha is harnessing the money. Master, under them, unprecedented level of borrowing in the history of our country.
COVID by you.
Master, Mugabe, Omukwa, you have borrowed almost 241 billion in 4.5 years. From independence to President Mahama, who can in Abuma? At the time, President Mahama jail office was January 7th, 2017. The total indebtedness, the whole country, from Kwame Nkrumah to President Mahama, 120 billion. 120 billion.
No fire.
Ne. in 4.5 years at the Nana Akufo-Addo, Yapahu 361 billion. I'm still counting. International investor community, Omuka said no. Your debt level is also sustainable.
Into free Kwame Nkrumah time.
Yes.
Akosu modam.
Yes. Ninyina tema motorway fa ninyina aka
si Joma Amadu
ninyina schools e-blocks hospitals ninyina
secondary school
ninyina all the secondary school
KNUST
yes
keka ho nyina de Kwame Nkrumah ye nyina no o keka ni nyina
120 billion
e be si Joma Amaka na Nana de ko say
361 billion as at the time you can say in 4.5 years woman see one secondary school na can't garden say oba obesi 350 secondary school back kura wan si single one ekomi banyo buda dakakulo zaini obomi
akato me
obomi ha zayi ngagba
ya yele
anya bio
asuma
masa compare with President Mahama ne oye
every region
we won sad almost every region ntina meka say comparison na ema donkey disgrace no because on kwa otumeka obeka say donkey dey one size
the champion
we say we champion ma ponkon beka ho
when be hu di oni mirika tu
na we say the mirika no obe smoke the dust of the horse so only President Mahama ne omi atumeka na for Ogasi is inhaling the dust of President Mahama. Because Ghanaians reality. The reality is dawning on us. In fact, today in Mugabe, because Ghanaians election because one of the presidents near Ghanaians president temtem young Finidia and Nana Akufo-Addo want to get him. It's like a nightmare. On free almost yes, indeed. By the grace of Allah Almighty, after January 7th, 2025, you be ready for fast.
Wow.
But yeah, democracy in the that is the way we have to go.
Now, me resign.
Unim say near onto me sua also one more be answer konongo kaya
no onsua
onso ma onsua
no nem.
And because your constitution are prescribing the ways and methods you the basis by and see yena yensi abutre but yenye vigilant your democracy
very
to make sure say sa this no and maso Mugabe uba wa bobibi na Dr. Bawian kasa say my taxi mobile money
okay
and yes sir
on PCFM on isifakai
usuro yamia. Yes, all the time we are consistent. I can't cry. Until I no credit, you can run. Man, no credit number ne, man, no credit coach na. Because the same poor people who can say majority of poor people don't you see momonu. Majority of poor people don't only hobby. Would you buy no more vanish? It's the same poor people. In fact, the numbers of poor people are increasing. So because they are relevant, no, are relevant in them. More even relevant in that see at that time when we say why did
send on your mama
so heading what is our cabium this time we person done IT expert what journey free economy
or journey free
from economic matters done IT expert
digitization man what the guitar
you are here digitization ministry or person ko jijuma hono ya vice president
onene juma no tumi as head of a economic management team,
exactly.
If the fundamentals
because when you say exactly, Mugabe to me kind and chair, you set up 40-member forex committee.
Yeah.
What to be kind?
You was excluded.
You're uniform as head of the economic management team. Until you were 40 members, the city no, I see one time. See one time. A tea to say Kube de tea. Biasu eba
team
fall team free fall na wuko even forest bill ebinimi gi 6.5 6.6 to the dollar
your pen or dj
anyo no na say intro na mekan no say wa chi dollar no atu e de safo no ama IGP
see if the fundamentals are weak
the exchange rate will expose you ne sɛ woka sɛ gravity ni hɔ wode ahuruso yɛ mpɛ sɛ wobɛgyina so anaa wobɛbɛfam sɛ wosi gravity ni hɔ huruso yɛhwɛ wobɛgyina soro wobɛba fam yɛsi anoma ka sɛ ɔtumi to the highest but yɛyɛ ne yie wɔ fam
nti deɛ ne bɛtumi ama nipa bɛsɛ ɔpɛ tumi nti no obɛdi atorɔ saa ɛde agye tumi na wɔgye tumi no wie a na ɔpanehye ɔnoa ne citizens.
See, Mugabe, I said the philosophy behind we pay power for the sake of power. Say, we should the president that. And then with the president, you know, with the share one casa welfare and a small group of people around you. And yes, we pay one minute the duono omoye. So it depends on your philosophy. Because to me, some unconscionable acts. Who are conscious as be one to me yet. They said they can afford that year. Yeah, book running for all the borrowing. And one of the reasons, Mami catch on neck. One of the reasons say Omu borrow, Omu koji busia recklessly no. Is because can afford that new company. So data bank.
Directly no Omu benefited from.
Omu new company data bank no more book running. From all the borrowings no more. Enterprise insurance, Omu insurance. So for every busia yokoja, omo percentage yaji from busia domu. So clear conflict of interest. And for no, nti na say and for omo because enye dodo one nti no ba. For themselves. The sika ni omo pay. Otherwise, be an war conscience wunya finance minister. Now the company. Adima book running.
Knowing very well say o man no enye ne dia. Ghana for being a to me, my pony cacredi man was said, yes, because Mugabe, you respect Ghanaians, we young Musa. One more, we almost are to me in the mouth. Yes, but Ntinamka say, we can say once we did to me now. Ah, okay, says Yanaka say, economy, and yes, Anaka, Sape. Now, we are Papa Wofie, now, Bianini Ho, food scarcity. Now we have gargantuan appetite. Nti eduane ne ba nkwa plate kase na nkwara no de kiti no makodasa. Na wu papa wo fie wadi na ufu ye kese. Na wonam wiem. 14,000. So in the midst of see Ghana sebre wotumi ko high presidential private jet. Already your presidential jet net ho. Ubetuma di $22,000. Yes, $22,000. Let me charter aircraft per hour. Because defense minister Abakanche say, as a president, what me juari was so. So 34,000 feet. Ukoko juari ho. Na umay omunyina omutifom omubre. Way a leadership. Leader ne odwi omay no hu na odwi dudu no ho obeyesa. Until can say so. Underline the philosophy of the the philosophy of the leader. Exactly. Mugabe just recently, you see you Atlanta, high hotel, $8,000 a night. And then multiply $8,000 by 6.3 or 6.4 lower. This pandemic,
over 50,000 Ghana cedis a night. In this day and age. Ukwa ministry, department and agencies budget ya chwa na budget. In fact, afi na nipa kakasa na even assemblies umwanye sika kakredi. The whole common fund it was in areas for four quarters. Yantua nti this assemblies no more in comatose. We started just recently.
Mutu ya saying.
Yes, yema assemblies no last quarter. The fourth quarter on Kurasa and first quarter. Mugabe, Yenisika, Yechua all the other decision. Office of the president, that's the friend office of government machinery. Last year, Yamamu 2.5 billion Ghana cedis.
American president,
even American White House, Omu budget Nendusa.
Kufadu Disika.
2.5 billion Ghana cedis. Ya allocated my office of government machinery last year. So who says you can't do for president because of Mugabe, Daniel Susa this year, yes, from 2.6 billion. Ne, yes, I 3.1 billion Ghana cedis. 3.1 billion Ghana cedis. Office of Government Machinery. For this year.
2022 budget.
2022 budget.
But
contractors, you juma. Projects Kuranu, Ebinim wa see hospitals, Ebinima ye coin, Ebina ye disen. In the budget, contractors over 30 billion. You provided only 1.9 billion in the budget. Budget
2022 budget.
Only 1.9 billion say better contractors.
And I do dinning.
It is scanning in our Jubilee House.
Mukudi.
Mugabe. So we na
we o my
no ho. The do no udi o mo ana. Very clear. Because yes, inefficiencies, corruption, waste. Mugabe, only state corporations. Where your auditor general, no Juma.
2020,
2017, 2018, 2019. Mugabe, with me kind figures no more. So we are the total. Mugabe, Mugabe, 2017 total year losses. Yenya 12.002880,000. So 12.002 billion.
In 20.
Auditor General 2017.
Anado.
Losses. Before that, now the president Mama is 780 million. And billion. Ahurusu quote 12.0028880,000 billion. This one is 2017. 2018, 3.007 billion. 2019, 5.68 billion. 2020, 12.856 billion. So 4 years more fees any day 33.33 billion.
And then the HAC saying,
now Mugabe, omuni protectors of the public purse.
I will protect the public purse.
Now we protect the public purse under your watch in 4 years. You are losing over 33.3 billion. Now Ankasasikai, yetuma protect Sasikai. Mugabe, this wicked, insensitive, extortionate tour Yediba Momoyi. While we anantwe fu nantwe anya nenda kramanu na ebe yawe
wa we fu nantwe
yes
nam na anya we
wa me
ana mu chesi akoko
anya akoko kura no ne nan na opeso odi didi ya ebe ya odi
akoko nan
because sika de mu opeso mu to free citizens omu botom dudu onu botom motonu mu onu wicked and insensitive because you can say number 1 two things. Revenue want to be raising revenue after point. The next item we say Mugabe we cut to expenditure. And cutting the expenditure Mugabe includes waste demikai. Yetuma minimizing waste way. Plus waste the say president or to be ko chat up your friend say presidential jet private. Now presidential jet now or to be high presidential jet $22,000 an hour. When you na yen film yetwe we nyina frima wo ben so be stabilize skate wono ama you see Mugabe plus other ways even in critical times wo be say president convoy no wo be to ma say 40 cars e dilechi
nyina ye ni tofu ogo
nyina waste wear and tear fuel nyina waste so wo be catch we nyina and say you think of taxing people further because Mugabe who compare tax to GDP? West Africa sub-region, now we're the highest at over 16%
in the West Africa sub-region.
Yes, Cote d'Ivoire higher 12%. Others say even lower. Already into toward the Ghanaians to too much.
Yeah, about 2022 a year budget. We said a year minority forum amoye na sanene. Yet is for Eric Kupoko, Member of Parliament for Esunafo South constituency in the Ahafo region or Kasai, where we are a year as the Kadongo, Member of Parliament for Bolgatenga Central, and also a Kasai, and we are Samijanfi, and NDC and General Secretary, when for a Sidunketu, Munina Kasa, would you ready and say, Yabaho, Nimum, Yafa Sadakasi, Emma, and Abua for 2 S, natural mineral water be now dear good minimum. Here we are. bɛsan aba ho biem S natural mineral water ɛyɛ nsu pa a Ghanafoɔ nyinaa agye atom buronyan ɛna aduru ho Christmas is just around the corner abusuafoɔ no ɛne ɛyere ɛne mma ɛwɔ fie no mo bɛnum nsu a na ɔmo nsu a ɛbɛma ɔmo ahoɔden yɛsɛ water is life mɛmfa sika ɛnkɔtɔ yareɛ fa sika ɛkoto nsu pa American farmer wɔn no ɛno ɛne nsu a Food and Drugs Authority ɛyɛ FDA ɔmo de wɔn stamp no ɛsi soɔ wɔkɔ ɛyɛ supermarket awodoɔ ne ɛyɛ shopping malls awodoɔ ne nyinaa mu a wobɛnya bi atɔ wopɛ do so po no ɛtu akɔtɔn sɛ wotɔ ɛde akɔ fie ɛyie na aba ɛyɛ party bi ɛna ɛgya mo organize mo atena se a nsu a wɔde ɛma abusua no ɛyɛ S natural mineral water simply natural dodo no bra 246 Abebese Street ewo Usuheya SYZ Broadcasting Limited oba dodo bi a wo pe bia no obetimi aba betu na wode akofre 0540585599 ofra dodo bi a wo pe bia won sa betumi aka Ostek real estate semen kan chew so we obi a wo pa asase ato asase a wo pa ato no yesase no litigation free just say asase manso bi anya den eni so brain aso ye ho said ye be ya wo so benya asase ato na ya fra landlord and as a landlady you asase ni bi wo Shy Hills afenya Asutware Junction e be Sun City Estate do you do wa asebi do we nya ne chopoli e ho nyina ye asase ni bi e wo ho sa woto asase wo ye Ostek real estate ye aso ye a ye be ma 200 blocks near some 10 bars of cement now they are starting esi wo dan no sa so na wo ka so na pesa wo de ba ye beje ka no ne ma ho ensase hwe kira kwan e wo dodowa e wo Shy Osudoko constituency in the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana ye ne fire service station di hwani mu e wo dodowa fe na ne atwetwe komo Ostek real estate o 0244684069 o fe na ye beje wo so Nis Microfinance men control say we soja ni we police ni we obi a we aban adwuma we nurse ni ana we doctor we sika e de akwa akodi udwumadi mputubru bibi na esie na also opeska e de akwa akodi udwuma tutumlika na baya na so ye in less than 30 minutes ye be process loan e de amount na de e de kura e wo mu ne say Nis Microfinance aso ye hono say we ma wo besi a commitment fee bia enim processing fee bia enim and hidden charges bia so enka ho said you pay loan sa pepepe na be processing near deliver na kama e de amawo interest rate so abetua no e kakra bi hwe Nis Microfinance ye kira kwan e wodome born again bus stop ye ne ma Zion Methodist Church no e na edi hwe ni mu free ne 0555010699 o free na ye beje so Victory Garlic Mesa Prosa Joy Stiffness Job Training Sanso and a Solar Natural Clinic Omunyina so kan boafo a omoso etadwumadi ne se emerese mu no me de omoso aboafo nkrato ebema yen ahwefo ne yetiefo a ehwe yen wiasa fana ba bia mo Germany France Belgium Italy Netherlands United States of America United Kingdom mo hwe ewo YouTube eye Tvxyz Ghana Facebook live also eye Tvxyz Ghana Mugabe Masi atankolega biga mene onimunyamfo ABA fuseni oye mrase geni edimatememfo wasan legu in the northern region of the Republic of Ghana ene ne yatrase a yedi oman Ghana ho enkomo onimunyamfo ABA fuseni mesan ema wakwa baby
yoso
well afi yenhwe eye minority 2022 eye budget forum a omo ye fa yi levy ho ene yedidi akire ne mom no ansana ye betumi ama ho akwanya na so watumi abie nsem no akire no wonimunyafo erikopoko ene Azik Adongo ekasa wo dwumadi na se nti ye beko ne akwa akotie kakra na afi ye sese nkunya ye de nkoma twetwe no asan ato aso.
We are today because unfortunately we handed over power to a group of people who have chosen not to manage the economy for 5 years. A group of people who have specialized in using PR and managing narrative in order to enforce a certain belief system on us, even if they do not exist. A group of people who have been concentrated on always making us believe that the economy is rosy, even when we get home and we can't find a meal. They still tell us the economy is the best. I've always said that these people were very, very lucky because they are the very good friends of COVID-19. COVID-19 actually rescued these people better than it damaged Ghanaians. And all the indicators reflect the fact that by 2019, Ghana was headed in the very wrong direction and that it was becoming almost impossible to deal with the propaganda and to deal with the PR because the truth would expose you.
Wow. Yet yes, ma a year honorable as a Kadungo Ekayano. Now at the right time, neighbor Eric Opoko Sudiano assign at also. But I'm not full feeling of Benipa.
Yes, Mugabe. And Ukraine de Baku. Would done in Noir. A virgin nice.
Proverbs in Sugum.
Because I say an Ukraine is a cock. And so we suppress her. The more we suppress, the more BP.
Fantastic.
Mugabe. The Gomo Fono Mukase. Ye fruit dia. I fear dear a cock.
And the Goma Casamocan saying.
But do not see them in your be shouting China.
Thank you.
Amadan Canon as yet and Paga.
Thank you.
Near Ebba, dear Ebba no dear. Change a bedroom.
Thank you.
Until ne Ganes. The truth no, and Ukraine, Adria. Say, MPP for Namuta says, say, Omu, the better managers of the economy. Yeah, to say, Honorable Adongo Kaino. Say, Omu, you see PR gimmick. And drop. Hey,
you have the media to.
A shoe better what you know, because who are a condition. Obey you, and to let you believe your own condition. Chabi. Jikara. Ziri.
Thank you.
Mare Ziri. Mugabe, as better managers of the economy. Mikaneha, as a matter of record, the worst performance in the, your friend is saying, under the aegis of the Fourth Republic, the worst economic performance.
Kufo, Rollins, Atames, Mahama.
Omunina, the worst is under Nanado. The growth, 0.4% economic growth.
You didn't see that.
That under the Fourth Republic. The worst economic growth.
Yes.
Because woman person almost see work COVID. Untumi suya unyama wuka say kasini nye. Nti ifa ya jase kasini we say ekochire. Ya jasu we say eko enim. E jasu ane say eko in the middle. Untumi suya. Because ya just front back na enquire na just in the middle ayamia na bija ayaya na obaka say middle no kufura ayaka ajego to be swa the best thing na say the worst economic record and is Mugabe on in their own budget we anyami na meka no obaka say ebe NDC propaganda page 11 of the 2022 budget. Paragraph 19, including the financial sector and energy sector's latest expenditure, the budget deficit was 15% of GDP. GDP growth also dropped to 0.4%. Oui. In their own budget. Oui. In their own budget. So we and yet Obiabaka say NDC propaganda. In their own budget. Zero. That is the worst. Now Ubeka say COVID. Namaka said we're looking for convenient. Obiabaka said before even COVID 2019, 2018, the economy was already in trouble. So we use COVID as a convenient weapon. But Mugabe yama way about independent. Mika yama independent statistics. Way about on the floor of the parliament. Mika na Mr. Speaker challenging me say me this not. Me attended that document in evidence. IMF World Bank. Yeah, now where there's lowest growth in the sub-region.
The National Monetary Fund.
Burkina Faso. COVID anyhow. COVID no anchi-omu. Burkina Faso, they grew by 1.9%. 4 times better than the growth rate of Ghana.
Cote d'Ivoire.
The same neighbors.
Togo.
Cote d'Ivoire growing 2%, 5 times better than your economy.
Togo
1.8% better than our economy.
Ghana
4 times. Ghana 0.4%. So, if you lie about the vibrancy of the economic growth will expose you. Your paltry, miserable economic growth will expose you.
The reality.
Abba. And then throw Omunta say public sector no, Oma created more than almost 2 million jobs. Mpese me catch Ghana for nyina say yen tro kese in their own budget.
Budget, no,
in the public sector. In the public sector, we know even this one, suspect say even the figure is because it is lower. But page 13
of the
2022 budget.
Fantastic.
Paragraph 32. In addition, government has employed almost 300,000 onto the public road since 2017. So for 4 years,
300,000.
You say almost crying 300,000.
Almost.
Yes. But Omuka say public sector the millions of jobs about
in their own budget.
In their own budget, 2022. Where I can afford that budget, page 13. When we
want to employ 300,000.
Yes, I see.
In 5 years.
In their own budget. We and yet figure there. They did not say NDC propaganda. And in their own budget. Read by Kenu Fodata. Budget there yet to go or parliament one. And one
when you are Jankwa budget.
Yes.
When you MP before Jankwa budget.
Any.
So now we starting and say you live no yejituma ebetima create 11 million jobs. So in 5 years.
In 5 years, even 300,000. The public sector, woman to me.
And we are talking about 11 million.
You can't carry tricks, you are adding loss. Want to be swap Kitikitia. Now the Kasena become.
So what are we heading towards as a country?
Disaster. Gabi Makase. The Gomo for no Makase. With the Haina, your friend Patoku. Would the Patoko ye wa ponchi watchmana? Bekwa bano hu aponchi bakukra obewu omu.
Eno da gomba for kan say mo gaza.
Ne azan kundun mpu abun kobrugubo. Ache kero ngu nabza.
Ana mo afa atise.
Muza wabi
fantastic. Ye gotie ensema onimunyafo Eric Opoku, member of parliament for Esunafo South constituency in the Ahafo region of the Republic of Ghana. Okaye ewo eye foruma omuyeye ewo Alisa Hotel no ono so ni sema odi etuja. Honorable Eric Opoku.
The expend was over 35.8 billion. You bet you are for. In fact, I might be a 124 car, like on my life, that you know to me you home free. I think I'm not just it was a almost home. And you're listening to us one, I was here. It took carry me a double one. And we have 45.3 billion. There's home and it was young. In fact, it's only 37.4 billion. And I was young the asson also. That's 8 billion. Do the Bocam one, 45.3 billion. So one could just your son Joe interest on Scalaway and what you find. Now we are so far people now any. It's on your start. Simon who if you want any. I think you're also in some statutory payments. Yaya Mura after Ghana said, taxes are very in Ghana now. Our 1993-92 constitution. What did you tax in the area? Not less than 5%. Also the common fund. Now we check what this assembly will be any of the year every month. Yes, the tax are very VAT 2.5% and get fund. Yes, a big road fund, a big health insurance. Your student trust loan. Also this guy Youth Employment Agency, when you now see kind of run down. And when you now come one, 31.9 billion. Sandy money is away, when you are in Yale. Now the idea about we have some plan said, statutory payments now was at the cop. Now, sir, you dear one, a woman will we're monetizing young children. What you are just covering 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years. It is a one fan far. Almost when you come to
so, what is some Honorable Eric Opoku can announce as a noun in the Esla, Yadiakusia or Yen Kuku syndicated loan, Yadias Kuku in Miano, Yadiakusia or Get Fund, Yadiasia or Esla, Yadiasia or that's just a Ghana, Yeni Bibiamo.
Master, you're Tommy Bia, until Namugabe now can say. Would the Patoku? I will join Watchman. Uba win your TV. Bibiako. Hey, even the Minan Wef say, Ye Jaima as Japadiama near Yan woman. The future generation, yeah. You're more a person through a Japa. You're more doing for another 50 years. Nti omu bakura no yamina resource ni nyina akọ
77 years no.
Yes.
Obe mortgage yen mineral
future generations ni nyina
for 50 years. Omu di ewu. Omu say o menako.
Even the under president mama you create as heritage funds yema for future generation. Ni nyina ya wurom yes kan rough nyama.
Stabilization fund omu heritage funds yo ombo mo. It is saying maybe say under Mahama no na Jomama kobo besia asa no dia betwa adwumayefo ka
because nti na meka nche say
yes ana
no because even Mugabe ubisa many workers on beka nche this time sometimes way into the next month
asa no manya
asa na ban to me tua the comrade Opoku kai no asa we are getting to that point very soon because who say compensation any interest payments
yeah
and then swallow bibia nyina identity because of the reckless borrowing no moye no jibusia ba heart left right center
interest
na me say because among other things no ya ka can for that any companies data bank any this because omo no me book running omo no me insurance
conflict of interest
glaring ya potuma actually say on fa ho nkura ohokora no ye no mo wonte obia
mo yesi yentua ni na omunim di omunya ntino
exactly
be force you to pay
yes because you see every book omurana omu was certain percentage na ye betu o ma nti we ahuchire no that it is not in doubt
the minority dey na mo ye
you know ya establishing physical deficit your friend say barrier say unto be cross 5%. By their own admission in the budget, why 15.20%. Wait, page 11 on the budget.
2022
including the financial sector and energy sector related expenditures. The budget deficit was 15% of GDP.
Gross domestic product.
Yes. Oh, no, okay.
GDP. Can you forget another way?
Yes.
And more document.
Mr. Speaker, we are under no illusions as to the economic challenges facing our country. How to ease the suffering of Ghanaians.
How to ease
the sufferings of Ghanaians. Massive. Page 11. Where paragraph 20. Mr. Speaker, we are under no illusions as to the economic challenges facing our country. How to ease the sufferings of Ghanaians, transform the economy and create jobs, share the expected wealth across all households, and what keeps the president awake at night.
Keep the president what?
Awake at night.
Nanado.
Say what? Nanado kron to me na.
Nanado nyadai. Can you forget say Nanado to me? Can you forget say was Nanado to me nyadai?
On to me na. No kind.
Say Nanado to me na.
Say sufferings, Ghanaians suffering bread. Ghanaians court to. Hay so much so that when you catch cry on to me na.
Page 11.
Page 11. Paragraph 20.
Of the 2022
budget.
Fantastic.
Honorable
A.B. Fuseni.
Yes, Mugabe. Until na year and this
where reality.
Yes, that's the reality. Wait, you see, a poto bakasa denchem ni yem ya. Ubetuma akasa won kan kure.
Nyina chinyi.
We do ma. If you ura bakasa di fie na no ko bisa tenant. Say the few and the car and when the fear any
landlord.
So when the landlord has told you the story of your house, you don't go and ask the caretaker for confirmation.
The reality.
It's just a landlord in your work.
We landlord
on the economy. Okay. So Mugabe, internet say a bon can too much that economy way. The suffering Ghanaians are suffering, and as a result of the crass incompetence of this government, their catastrophic management of the economy. Their inability to manage corruption. You couldn't come out with a blueprint on corruption, how to fight corruption.
Let's move on. Now for Yanshe, documents out there may in a Kasiapa. Osha a year borrowing now. Nanado ene nebawumia, they've borrowed more than 220 billion in less than 5 years. Sir, 220 billion in a Yahoo hospital. Yahoo a papa. And Yahoo blog bakokra. Yahoo university bakokra. And Yahoo bibia and puntu bia. I said the world can say a year 2022 budget no adwuma a wɔmatumi creative from 2017 ABC eni
less than 300,000 in budget ma kan kyerɛ.
So dia na yi levy be.
Nti nam ka sɛ wadi nantwe kase wodi ni nyina 1 million. Ebe akokɔ nan na ebe ma wo. Na we on the backs of the suffering Ghanaians. Low hanging fruits there Ghanaians ni kakra Mugabe akasa o medinu sa omukwatu sikane every Ghanaians omu bottom. We wunsuro nyame kura wunsuro nipa mobo. Because nipa bi wontu ka say o nyankopon ntini nim ntimo betuma ye ne opɛ. But who nipa no e bread the obre Ghanaians. Sometimes sika 200 they dey mo obi. Wo pese wo yi sika ne bi obi. Aye den. Abba. Nti Mugabe eni na ye NDC for ye ka say ye njintum. Said no mention of any levy. Yes, support to even 0.00001%. Yes, support to. Because ahuchire de edibama Ghanaians feda enya grow. There are other ways government bet my year. Makachiro already waste nkwa auditor general from 2017 to 2020 and nkwa 33.3 billion. And another yet to be tra way free more extravagant lifestyle the world sometimes Arabian kids go omu for that life. So jet they go for $22,000. 40 cars all this you're cutting in now. We are going to prune down number of ministers 130 100 at a point 132 ministers. Adai corrected the preface to the 2016 manifesto of MPP. Now Akufo-Addo can in that preface say Nyankopon aduma Ghanaians emma no tumia oba won say obre wo krom won dey obeye bibia and live by example. And live by example, not protecting public purse, not making sure the benefits will come to the people. And so, no, those in government and your benefits. So,
Obama here.
What to make us say, yeah, campaign no. Omuko wo fufu. Omu fat trotro.
Yeah.
Nana kura onim kalipo.
Banku kura na.
Banku.
Wase Lacoste.
Already no di banku. After odi banku di we no onum kalipo. Anya sa. Na omuti 34,000 feet.
Ebiti Ethiopia Airlines
and cognac
edi birthday we
na nipa bre wo fom
dari wo wiem
example the only by way example until Bill Clinton of America no kai say it is in times of hardship and difficulties that the extraordinary qualities of sacrifice of leaders come to the fore.
Fantastic. Eti ensema na nado na ogina simpie so ka say me baba betete petrol so me baba hiafo dokono 1 cedi muntimento me ba de mpuntu e de abremo sana na do no nie
because Mugabe as example until that in the course of the budget debate me to dokunu 2 cedis e de chinam e go parliament me do parliament akọ kire Mr. Speaker
da be no
oh the day you debate budget no
what to dokunu
yes
dokunu to understand
on Wednesday actually Wednesday share what debate do osu haya na metoye
oto ba ko sen
2 cedis
o ma moko
koshoko ti se koshoko achi dokunu
kete
ashiriki immachiated fish no 6 cedis wo jeni ni wodi ni nyina kabo ma 8 cedis Mugabe e kom di wo betuma di 9
ni mefumo misawa betuma di be tempo
so who say minimum wage workers ya won mo say 4 cedis yes sir and to be product no half double 4 cedis for this year for workers. Yes, it's Sikani. Office of the President, they are increasing by more than 500 million Ghana cedis.
Minimum wage. Ghana minimum wage.
Yes. 4 cedis, they would come. 4 cedis.
4 cedis.
Let me see Sikani. But for the office of the government machinery, President, 50. Yet to do so from 2.6 billion to 3.1 billion. Over 500 million cedis in 1 year. The next budget cycle. Now, already workers. Until we are worker leader now, we can accept we are. Now, on your conscience.
MBB for now, moko moko this budget we are to. Chairman's about so yes, swami no free.
Mugabe, mutumi can say
magazine for a comfortable.
Mugabe, mutumi can say your colleagues. Your kasa, your free agenda about umupi can say. 11 dia masa ye nyina yampe ba yentu binka
This is a Majiatu.
No, Mugabe, as far as you're concerned, you see, and that is the policy. Mamin speaker Mugabe menhu ningwase the free speaker who anywhere on any African continent across the world menhu bi da. Say speaker, ne okotina konyasu. Yes, speaker.
Then the deputy.
Because Mami make a clear distinction. Say decision no under Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagby. Mugabe. You see, under his watch, you take a decision. Numbers, no, the person be kind way.
We are standing orders here now.
No,
Option 1892
rules and procedures.
Yes, we are standing orders.
No,
of the parliament.
on the day you approve budget. That is Friday will be 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
They are rejected budget. Honorable Right Honorable Speaker Bagby.
Yeah.
We votes and produce and then example of the number of people that day 274 members.
And then there were parliament.
No more parliament. Nipa bakupe na Yamako no absent. Only Honorable Adwasafo. Now omu to chamber Mugabe omu to chamber when the speaker were putting the question. Say, Ken Ufarata, finance minister, has prayed to the house. Does the house accept before we put a question on the rejection or acceptance of the budget? So the process. The process started with the putting of this question by the speaker. At that time, Omuti Chamber, 274 members.
Obi sorry.
In fact, after Mr. Speaker ruled by voice vote, and outstanding orders, my right say wait my challenge. Honorable Afenyomaki no or challenging Mr. Speaker ruling and call for a division. You see, Nyomuka say Omundi Parliament one sorry Jinawo now challenge Mr. Speaker's ruling. Omini ho omet my challenge Speaker ruling from outside. So omiti and the total number dead on that day 274 nipa bakupe Honorable Adwasafo pe 1 year. It was after that. No Johnny Free Chamber
educate ye on
yes,
that.
Yes, Johnny Free open chamber. That time, Mr. Speaker, already we put a question already. So if you boycott after Mr. Speaker has commented the process, Mugabe it said Binu, you're joining 100 meters. You call 50 meters now with your wife from team.
Say the any more about Genesis budget to Madiatu.
Miko wini. Now say because we are what if free from there. Race no yes anko to bio.
That's also my approval.
So that's the process. Say, as far as we are concerned, when we are talking about the distance, say, you're standing orders. Order 109. Like I say, at least we decisions at least you need a majority of members of the house. Now majority 275, majority be 138. So my chair will say, over 274 no more chamber. The fact that Omu Johnny Free, it doesn't change anything. They were in the house. Wow. And the house captured them, the most authoritative record of people who were in the house and constitution, those who were in the house at the time, the voting, 274. They were. So,
to 138, bet me over 10,
even I don't want to cheat, but Nintamaka say, and you was second, and who be that? A moral rape.
More than the
rape. I mean say moral rape.
Okay.
Say, me who be that speaker? Who now yes speaker of the house? I'm a member distinction. Yes, and you say we are elected member of parliament for Bekwai. But Waba as elected Mugabe, Waba as elected member of Bekwai or Wabebia Watina among the MPs, the French bench
or Metna. Speaker,
exactly. Me person say that's why there's a clear decision. Waba a speaker, you best sorry Ajinasu. And yes, sir, Mr. Speaker,
thank you.
So Joe say Wusu, or say, sir, Speaker Tadiano, Waba, Yanaba sorry Ajinasu. Obe transfer and signing in our trans.
Fantastic.
Young person say, where Joe say Wusu, or be taking a seat on the floor, one of Bejinaho. One of Bejinasu. There be that. Even you notice the crowd say, well, what unless Obia was assembly say we need to
Saturday but speaker ko nyane me dia mo recognizing his way speaker
nyina be so na agita so na obeye prayers na all the clerks ya answer to him na ye famous no esi nanim when nyina e kire say ya transform from one position to another until we want to be your speaker na ye a member of parliament at the same time. It's not possible. Mugabe to say we are referee. You referee in a match. At any stage of a match, we better than player. Because once we are referee, now ya will be referee. Ya be ya catch yourself will be a referee. No referee match. When we say match, do a code draw. It's the 9th minute. On a casa referee no watch chest ball no a blast shot. A go inside the net. No, somebody have been unko pass you go.
Conflict of interest.
We a referee. That is what Joe said. Joe said we should try to do.
When you speak,
sir, clerks do kind on the day omu go to the no na approve budget. Omu count omu ye 137, omu anya 138. It is strategically. Ebrim to be bisa say identity na ye NDC for yan chamber no because him say ya nya intelligence. Say opese obeye kangaroo ruling against us. Nti yanko na ma omu number no because him say omu nya number no yanko a omu nya number no.
No ode na ho kan ho.
Nti no ka yes clerk the numbers man no say Mr. Speaker 137 pen wa. No say ade ma fa me ho aka ho.
Enimguase.
Wait enimguase da.
Constitution
Speaker Eka and the same 109. I can very clear. A deputy speaker or any other member shall not retain his original vote while presiding. Why the say want to be
a deputy speaker or any other member
presiding or any other member presiding shall not retain his original vote while presiding.
Now he was not talking about the main speaker. We a deputy speaker.
Yes, this one is specifically on the deputy speaker
or any other member.
Or any other member presiding. Sometimes they can say you were 2 deputy speakers, first and second.
Yeah.
For any other reason, we can elect a member of parliament to preside. So in the event that such Adiano Baswa, near veterans only vote. Until we vote,
other member.
Because part of it is to calculate the quorum.
We are 1992 constitution.
Yes, the standing orders of the House. This order 109, but Article 104 of the 1992 constitution.
So
because standing orders no they derive standing orders from the constitution. So we
budget
so completely illegal and let's stand until you challenge look about two on Tuesday.
Okay.
Last Tuesday. Yes. Minority leader Honorable Haruna Dusu, competent leader, the only day.
Fantastic man.
Yes. Also, so like I said, Mr. Speaker, there we are no any mraso for quoting the study orders, quoting constitution. Like I said, until you finally motion, you're moving motion. Honorable Haruna Dusu no move motion. Teo, o move motion no, Mr. Speaker Jitu. Honorable Ayaraga, Boku Central MP.
Yeah.
Onu no second motion no. Or second motion winner, Mr. Speaker Lankasa. No, see now the motion is before the floor. He's now asking both sides to debate the motion. Joe McQueen said NDC for debate, MPP for debate. So vigorous debate, almost 2.5 getting to 3 hours.
Fantastic.
You are debating motion. Mugabe, our standing orders are very clear.
What debate in saying
on the motion?
What was the outcome?
Oh, so Omuni said in terms of competence, they are Omun to be matchy NDC for in terms of the argument. But at the end, once a motion has been moved, seconded, comprehensively debated on the floor of the House, Mr. Speaker, we need to course biya. If we only one thing to do, one thing nobody say, he will put the question. At the end of the debate, as many as are in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say no. We need to be biya no any other thing, but to put a question. When you do one say oh no, motion no reject it.
Why then?
Why reject it?
Or no did it to me.
Only to me.
Oh, no, so I reject.
What see what did he Nankwasa raw a hodi? I see, honorable Joe say, why reject the motion? What to be that? Never who could be anybody else way, young who this strange behavior from anywhere.
Matias here.
Yeah, Mugabe. Now, Basabasa, obviously, a bit missing Basabasa, the other parliament. And yeah, Basabasa. uko fa tiger
kangaroo
uko fa tiger de ba ko wofia na wofie ye ba ye de basa when di buy
yawa
nti the muka say basa members of parliament apologize no for everything we have a cause and an effect effect no omu hu ye no but omu anka the cause honorable Joe say wusu onu no hear the cause of what happened
fana kwenya no
so ni umbe in a hurry to blame MP say omu ye rowdy sins in the distance yanko bisa Joe say wusu say ruling there oya no wanya 2 million wahifa
say speak about because
yes so yes right
send a knife
say you see jiramwani fia
okra ni fia
omu ya jombori enya sa
say okra na nkasa be fia nkura ntimi mpie
so by no means so Makancho say even 2 days ago minority leader was I filing that motion this time or question even the conduct of the speaker himself. So the conduct of the speaker, he said, this time is before the house.
No, another
to
one.
determine, yes, why you're engaging in misconduct. Yes. Or drafting motion. And we are expecting it anytime from tomorrow or Tuesday.
And I change as say Eja Abba a minority leadership in Ejaba.
Because number one, you were very committed leadership. The mandate to me, the Ghanaians demand say 137 of us know. Yen standing for their interest. Mugabe Mikacha say mini and Mijina high. And young man Kasami to me na Midiku parliament. And I'm holding
the bidder.
A bidder met my family said team every from in Sadaru. Jans Omu
to me I show
yes. But out of consideration, Yankuponadum, ya elevate you among this in we are servants.
But there to serve.
Young masters. We are the servants of the people. Until Dudu Kacha say Omumpe Ilevia. And ya na be ko tra hona say ye de ye pe levy omu no musuma wo parliament
to mo minority mo hu say Ghana for ye levy
sada Ghana even me catch say even some of our MPP colleagues here on be catch say masa momo de enye entumi ka in the privacy of your conversation on be gitum on ka say but on the floor yet to be ka because uka nanado obe coming after you
be chase
odi hammer be bo wa ye ntumi so be so they can't say it, but behind that, Omani say we are a very obnoxious tax, additional suffering. Yediba so they don't like it. But Mugabe Omuntuika, until I say yeah, as representatives of the people, I said the will of the people. Until ya NDC for say over our dead bodies. Yenji.
Nasa papa no no ade atudwa se wonye speaker. Did you was answer kwati.
Na wonye speaker na ade no so say ya fa no kunya. We we kremoni. Undi pork. Na pork soup dia ubedia afausa am away say. Tafre nyina bol no kura ube tafre.
Asi wuchiri preko na so.
Wuchiri preko na wuhwini nkwan. Ubedia kura ne so wan go be likidi nyina.
Na Afrikina.
We anya munafiki
Peso kakrego minimum na mensa emra me ba ekomo na ye de high Tvxyz gumbe show na waso egusu a utie ene anwumre asra kase ekoma victory garlic mixer obi a wotumi ne die wanum ato obru ne beka loss of appetite obi a moja etimi eni nipaduanum afrusa ne ye beka no blood circulation uhia se obenya victory garlic mixer kuma se uwura ba bia aso magazine enwa na obi a enom udu eye ashform junction club 600 there stone barber shop abrante no one de dani de nyina no anopo di wie ya no abono eye victory garlic mixer so ena maraki ani ni wura eni sister coach home eni ma omoso no dani de nyina no omoso ajo mu de sister la e watafo eni sedu omu nyina se victory garlic mixer ne de kama papa pebinom uye janwa adwuma obi a wotrafa akoche uye nsentweni wotrafa akoche minua Millicent ye new mercury mu nyina mu pebinum Spiogabra Beatrice woso wo TV3 mu nyina monnom victory garlic mixer no na wotra ho a obesore no moja no etime adi mu afurisa ni drivers no miami ofa OA ne drivers pebinom wo hene ba JK mununum bi na nakwa mi se fenya komo mununum bi moda mununum bi na munyina mo naso ye pa se de be ya moja betimi adi ni peduanum afurisa ni ye papa nti wo super binom na bebo ye papa wokọ former shop bia wo Ghana ha wobenya ɛyɛ victory garlic mixture no bravai wasimoga victory no ebo adwuma yie papa pa ne obobia no ama menua ba fie nyakone afie sahene bi nso anom bi ama me 0242545633 wobenya bi ato Prosta Joy obi awanya fie aduasa num eko oyɛ bema tie prostate no ɛyɛ mema mu ɛna efire ba enya prostate ma ne nyeye nti adure mi kan form mema kope Prosta Joy ni bi nanom wanya mfie aduasa num eko no na gya wotumi de abɔ prostate no ho ban wanya prostate enlargement ya number 1 no pa ba ko anwumre na wo so watumi enya ayaresa Prosta Joy ye adura aba edwaso a Ghana-fo nyina agye atom Food and Drugs Authority for the stamp no so wodi wani che pharmacy shop bia obenya bi 0244727028 ofra dudu obi apebia no wensabe tumi aka Steve Job Training Center ene enye asamketo akora wasebra yakopon eye adoma Memenda edi anim ya echina eye fiada 10th 11th eye December 2021 ewo Nat Hall ewo Tamale oje 200 Ghana cedis ene papa yi ofi Northern region en wote ha intimu amowo Sanirigu constituency nyina se Steve na oba screen printing electric fence CCTV camera DSTV and multi TV installation graphiato pin biodigester bar soap after wash brown sugar yogurt so ya mekene ya keka ho nyina no oba be che sa nyuma nyina ewo eye Tamale eye Nat Hall channel so 200 Ghana cedis ene obaji anopa no so kren na dwumadi no ahyase kumase fo so enhye so mo amo breman mo amo krofom CPC subiri so twabedi ankase mo amo odumase chirikrom mo amo manfo eye anomanya kwantane ne batamu nyina no mo so mo hye no se yakopon adoma 18th December 2021 and also because of culture center apatakesi ase and also 250 Ghana cedis and obeje for Steve Nels now ne chuchu come 055 3459464 ofena obeje oso na bibia etumi akonkai Solar Natural Clinic Kumase Kentenkro no on Shell filling station na edi enhwene mobile kra so a wo kokomlemle e wo Harvard School nchemu a o Kase Road no so e ho na abehu Solar Natural Clinic one dey to pain capsules and to pain ointment where you adwumade honam baby ena ye wo ya waposo sasabure yi wajonkuso usisi ena hawa wonya to pain ointment na wo dey twitwe so na wo dey twitwe so no na wo bo to pain capsules no na atumi am wo gina wo na so brane wo dey wani kire pharmacy shop bi ma obenya bi aso ye wa na wo dey Solar Mesa e dey aba Solar Mesa na se ma no aso twan ebesesi anfie ho na mema no kɔ hɔ a na nije abefie mema no so no Solar Mesa ne bebo na you go no every what the amount Prosafet capsules ne Zipman capsules so no ebema wa hoaden bema wonsu ayemre bema okọ ene na kanangban na che se wajem wunya eye Solar Mesa eye ninu wo bo Solar Mesa no na wo bo Zipman ene eye Prosafet no wo bobo ka ho a ebebo yi pa for Solar Natural Clinic 0245616028 0245616028 wo frena obejo so imako nyina da woro ka ho a ye de dwumadi ebrewo odimonyafo ABA Fuseni papa ebi amonim no mo hedanim ni yi pa Radio Gold ebi etwem no acha se alaje na alaje woni ye nua eye alaje Bature ya wanya ne ba ebekro alaje Radio Gold acha se do meme da no pade a na nya asam ketu akora nti wasaye ensentwire ni ti mo amonim no mo se no so pa se fi ho ene ni wakopiem ewo brase bidwafie well sisi a parliament wa moyi na yese o na adwasafo amba ekina yese obi kura kwa America woni Ghana ha na ensem bebrebe ama etese o kujo to rezi sa eye issue no ewo eye mrase bedwafie ho nsem no akwa kwesise sanse amanfo bi ekeka mbese yebe mo attention but nsem
na ka che sa nyama nyina yebe investigate yabu investigation ni nyina yenya yebe go to the bottom because uko hwe videos no ewo ho nipa pitumi pese na mame ne wote wono enya adwasafo enya nukwa even nipa ka say ono buduko a yetumi ka say even they were not sure say oye wono a nti Mugabe we nyina investigations be koso to establish the veracity of your war because say you prove every case of fraud impersonation a criminal offense when you MP uko tena ho na uto aba a high criminal offense and your man uko sa ye be hwehwem Nia eye say obe answer.
Oh, parliament.
Yes, because when you MP now better na impersonate MP ni oni na to aba.
Abronya said na we adwasafo no na ye ono na ne makeup no. It would the
say this time Abronya we makeup expert.
Would the NTA some Abronya dey atudwa.
What's Abronya we makeup?
We are no bogumbe na fa hona de mawie. Ye tie Abronya say.
No, you patch say makeup. But let's compare.
The first picture na muhu ye no. Asen tempe no muhia no parliament. No muhia adwasa for parliament. Nti o free fie no. Da bia adwasa for ekodwama. Okonipa mu adwabo ase ne makeup don fa ni agro. Nti onen tempe nti wa mo makeup. Makeup ni ho. Nti first picture na abeya achinie no. Eye de natural face. Of adwasafo.
So that is rare face.
Rare face natural. And no na akoya chinye se e adwo nya adwo because na temper ne pressure omode hia no owie wa mo makeup no. Nti ade chinye no. Ene onya adaje twi makeup no twi ni yie. Nti no de ne natural face no any makeup no to a changes ye den ewom. Na mom ni nyina akoko wie se e adwasafo akoro na. And mopa and nay Momenchi nyina ho okọ parliament ne yenhuhuru nanim yeba ya huru adwasafo anima we will get sa old picture na ye de ewo ho aye di ho akinye no. I'm telling you.
Wow. No
Mugabe we dey a perfect cantata.
We dey
cantata.
To mu be investigate.
Cantata dey concert party. Dey omo dey say gbabro nya we cantata di. Go onankasa we say wa ya kakakra obesre. Go onankasa when jintum he doesn't believe what he's saying. Onankasa.
Say speaker beba.
Comic. Yes. Didn't make say we now we'll get to the bottom.
If you really fear.
Say this time abroad you ordani cosmetologist.
Adani dey
cosmetologist. O ye ni petit man
makeup.
What you mean makeup here. Nti ohuru obi anima obehu se we ono anya
ye no sha budget mo.
So when we all these jokers I guess I say ye di omutum. But you see
governor is lovely.
Yes, you see Mugabe. What mean so on the day edition nema mienu na ekoye. Me pese be kan question dey make us Mr. Speaker on to me. But to put the vote who ko share on division order 1113. Because when the question has been put by Mr. Speaker at the conclusion of the debate, at the conclusion of the debate, he has no choice but to put the question. He said, when the question has been put at the conclusion of the debate, the vote shall be taken by voices, the ayes and the no.
Joas we nimo adwuma na parliament
we deliberate no kotompo. Someone can say speak about because who say nana akufado to say budget ye tuagunu masa anya bufu kakra. Has the rule on their side. So nyombe ye bia e reverse budget omo ye.
And I'm also de book no chile
yes, omo pese nti omo ba 137 jo was obey there on no president as speaker. That was the most crucial moment. Adenu kwa is finished. The debate ko na now jo was not na want to ya masa when you obey you want to call you.
Ejina kunya.
Masa. So obey ye illegal kura no manu kwa. That is the illegitimate action not taking. Say, what the Nankasaka 138. Completely illegitimate. We are referee, which is the ball, our ball inside the net. Now we saw goal, Kopasi. When will be that? When will be that? So that one. And the second one, MPP so men will be that. Main government party, Omu Johnny Jai Omu budget. That's never happened in the history of anywhere. A democracy be a ukwa. Who say, omu ya banjuma, omu jwana jai mu budget.
Omu itimen defendi omu budget.
Mugabe, would you never call a jom kwa koto? Na wankasa as nipa besin be ansa no mbisa wase owe mi ba na pr wadwane aja wo nyama ho. So, who say one of the reasons why Omusati said, Omahu General Mosquito in the public gallery.
Cause fear and panic.
Anti General Mosquito only business being in the public gallery. Other thing in public gallery. Different from the chamber. And near Oti in the chamber. because that day, answer na isi Bekano, on that Friday, Honorable Speaker back before. When we got to the time, say beto abano, or say near Obia 1 year MP. What's there no on free hako? The person you twaba. Into 1 year MP, you have no business in the chamber. Into that day, between a number of ministers no more. Honorable, apart from Honorable Kenneth Furata and the Minister of State for Finance, Edubuahin. Honorable Esiama, Minister for Transport. Okay. No kahu. Honorable Ayoko Buchi. No money now. Onusu kahu. As soon as Mr. Speaker Kaya, Honorable Esiama, gentleman, Opieko. Honorable Ayoko Buchi. She is no longer a member of Parliament. Onusu very gentleman. Onusu quiet. But Honorable Kenneth Furata see the nice see baby awonko. Ocho. So what you want? Lord, look, you say, Yan or chamber at that time. So he has to be evacuated. Finally, what they say, Mashas no. And once you Parliament, who can say we are Cassia, your party and then your government, you are not big in Parliament when you are not a member of Parliament. So you evacuate no.
Can you forget that?
Yes, Bongalat.
Finally,
who can say gravity new how? Who they would say we to my Gina Anuma to be who called through, but ye of whom. Anuma or to be who called 10 miles through. Or betcha bia near ye, Yabayan of whom, then of whom. Or Beba from Mania ye. We are Bema Bibrezo, Kujao. So, ye NDC for your casse, a day, a Bema, a sonishua. Bema, my you can say a dear way a bema, a sure. Yes, it's one of better say a bema. Yes, sir. To one someone was a bema who sure knew when I say you bema. Finally, then I would so Mugabe, then I would Bami Ridi or the 112 of Parliament. Any person who sees Mugabe way a very important. Fantastic. Any person who sits or votes in the House, this one Parliament, any person who sits or votes in the House, knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he or she is not entitled to do so, commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed by or under an act of Parliament. Hey. Since you say, if you be him, never be impersonating will be a massa, loan near Bejman. Wow. And the fact that Mr. Speaker, Eka say, Honorable Kenneth Furata, Minister for Finance, Uncle insists no coa, you be charging on this act. And he will be you're convicted on Obeko jail. Hey! Yes, so when Mr. Speaker said, when Pieko, it was in his own interest, so on Pieko. Just like Honorable Esiama, any Honorable Yogubo, finally, dear Odija Ghanaians, and you may show we are Fana baby, fantastic man. Mugabe, you can say, at the end of the day, especially near politics, politicians, you feel the year. To me, and yet permanent possession. Oh, yeah, political power, they say, we're expiring date. Yes, fantastic. Even Ukrainipa who expiring date. Let alone political power. Okay? Nti yenye humble. Very humble. Very important. Yenye say, dudu onti, we are president. And you will know who acquire president. Nipa be na 2 minimum. Nipa na 2 minimum. Respect them. Fantastic. Ye members of parliament. Dudu onu no omusuma parliament. Yenye masters. You are there to. Ye omu servants. Omu ka say omu pay e-levy. Mon pressure. Yen tumi nko na ka say ye dia ye pay e-levy. And ye nadi ye wunko. When the Mokoy. No musmaye. Let's respect them. Thank you. Omuka say values and Mugabe and ye bakupe from your past budget way say passer. Masa, I want to know ebe bursu too much. All government institutions work a business. Mugabe renew passport 15%. Roadworthiness 15%. License 15%. The beer and 50% no a tied to inflation. The inflation no ekosoro. Ebedase for Mugabe. Nti awuchi no ebe too much. So last problem. The Gombe say man the last problem na feeling sorry. You see the Gombe ka say sasim te pade pene. Tonpangu no totaba. I no kind of bro for myself. Say uka say me please kakra na me ba be dani wall ho and if I na me to kwansa me ba against you.
Thank you. Why?
Yen hwe ye say uka say wo de wa hode ye too much obi anim wo de hwe say wo ya nyansa free obi a wo san to be call around the baobab tree minim the way my friend Ochi fantastic dia kase ne eye boki ade no wo betuma fa wo sa call around it.
You better say. Well, Avi etakrade sa so and a loss in one kraha Dennis ewa chantan sa so and a ma Joanna CPC Mrs. Norman ono so ewo Kumasi Fuseni Chokosi ewo kraha Madina chama survivor ni Yunia Sanusi ewo Kumasi mo amutumi enya abre Jesus ahofe sa so ena dodo na enetimi ehwe ye omo studio omo comment no messages awodo eba nyina no alaji scenario wo so wo amanane wo carries ya o hesho no life nani age hu ye papa penifo bebrebe ye omo pese bebo omidi o dwumadi no so na enei ebeda ase pa onimanyafo ABF say for your time we are very busy na so enei ya to yesafre wo no waje penye amane opanyi bi si entamfa amra pa sanse ene wama gumbe no so ayesi yie papa ya da so wase se to yesafre wo oba ye beda TV director aboaje ase na producer ohyeche dwumadi nyina Kevin Asante ene assistant producer Desmond Soa ye de munyina ase Sato Raf ene Kofi the boy munyina ye da munyina ase Ima ene eye cameraman fo a motumi ebo ama dwumadi no bibia konkan ye de munyina ase ni amedi dwumadi enwo chia memedi ede Mugabe maase so boade ne dum ye na eye ochina no mienu pepepe ebehia ewo power 97.9 FM so ewo inside politics mamunyina moneti